Hi, it's Chris from Precollegiate Programs. Thanks for joining us today. You might notice that I'm coming from inside my kitchen. Good reason for that, because today we're going to do the apple experiment. No, not that kind of an apple, this kind of an apple. And here's what you'll need for your experiment. So the first thing you want to do as a scientist is observe your apple and ask yourself the following questions. What does it look like? What does it feel like? For example, mine is kind of red. Yours might be red too, or green like this one. They even have yellow apples. So look at the colors. Is it all one color? Mine starts out as a dark red, but as I start spinning it around, it gets lighter, even lighter still, and there's a little bit of yellow on it. It has a brown stem and a little bit of green on the inside. What does it feel like? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it smooth? Mine's a little bit bumpy. Mine is also cold. So you want to take that and put that information into your science journal. You can draw a picture of your apple, write around what color, the things you observe, and then how does it feel? And then write that down inside of your science journal. The next thing you're going to do is we're going to predict. You're going to predict how many seeds are inside of this apple. I predict that there are 3. So I took that information and I made a prediction page. I wrote predict, and then I have 3, then I have actual, and then in a minute when we cut into it, we'll see how many seeds are actually in it, and we will record that in our journal. And yes, Charlie Brown's helping us out today. Remember, have a grown-up do this part. They take the knife, put it in the middle of the apple from top to bottom, and we're going to cut down into it. This way, we'll get a good look at what they call the seed stars, right there in the middle. Remember in the beginning when we decided to do a prediction of how many seeds were in, and I predicted 3, and I recorded that in my science journal? Well, there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seeds. So I was wrong, but we still want to record that number of actual seeds inside of your science journal. So then what you want to do is you kind of want to clean those seeds off a little bit. Take your paper plate, put 1/2 on number 1 and 1/2 on number 2, okay? Then, again, a grown-up needs to help with this. Cut your lemon in half and squeeze it. Don't do this. To save time, I already did that. So that's what our lemon juice looks like. Take your pastry brush, get it in there real good, and you're going to brush it on the open half of apple number 1 only. We're going to leave apple number 2 completely plain. This is going to be the control apple. When scientists are trying to figure out the answer to a question, one set of materials they leave alone, so they know the results of what they did. This is known as the control materials. Now what you want to do is draw and color in your science journal what the apple halves looked like at the start of the experiment. What we're going to do then is we're going to leave the apples out for several hours, then we'll come back and see what has happened. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours now, so let's observe what happened to our apples. Apple number 1 looks pretty much like it did when we first cut into it. Apple number 2 is brown. So why did this happen? There is oxygen in the air, and when the inside of the apple is exposed, the oxygen causes a reaction, turning it brown. Apple skin protects the inside of an apple from oxidizing. Why didn't the lemon juice half oxidize? Because lemon juice contains citric acid, an antioxidant, which slows the process. The lemon juice protects the cut apple just like the skin would have. Don't forget to draw and color conclusions in your science journal. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I did. Don't forget to help clean up. That's very important. Look for more videos coming soon from Precollegiate Programs.